Hello everyone, welcome to Crimson Cyberdefence. My name is Rahavan and I am currently a third year CAC student with specialization in cybersecurity. I started Crimson Cyberdefence with a simple mission to make cybersecurity education practical, beginner friendly and hands-on. Through this channel, I will be sharing my learning journey while creating content that helps students, aspiring cybersecurity professionals and anyone interested in technology. This is the first video in our 30-day AWS Cloud Security Bootcamp. Whether you are completely new to AWS or want to build a strong foundation in cloud security, this series is designed for you. Over the next 30 days, we will cover AWS fundamentals, identity and access management, networking, storage, like that, and real-world hands-on labs also. So, if you are excited to learn AWS Cloud Security step by step, subscribe to the channel and join me on this journey. So, let's get started. First of all, what is cloud computing? Cloud computing is an on-demand delivery of computing resources such as servers, storage, databases, networking, and software, like over the internet, with pay-as-you-go as a policy. Pricing instead of owning and maintaining physical hardware. It's like instead of buying physical servers, physical system, physical hard drives. Instead of doing that, we go for online computing resources. We can rent, so we could get a service instantly without installing physical servers like that. In short, it's like renting computing power instead of buying it. So why it matters? It lets a single student or startup or enterprises access the same data center infrastructure that once required a massive upfront capital. There are five characteristics of cloud computing. First one goes as on-demand self-service, which is like we get the services and the resources instantly without human intervention from the provider. And second one is broad network access. Instantly after buying the resources, we deploy the services. It was available on the internet. We can access it from laptops, phone and other standard devices around the world. Third is resource pooling. Like it uses the shared infrastructure servers as many customers allocated dynamically by demand. Fourth one is rapid elasticity. Like scale capacity goes up or down quickly to match real workload needs. For example, there was a sale on Amazon. At the time, it goes as Amazon Great Indian Sale. At the time, the users will generate more traffic. At the time, AWS will increase the server resources. After the end of the sale, the AWS reduces the server resources. Fifth goes as measured service. Usage is metered and built like a utility. We only pay for what we used. Okay. There are three service models in cloud computing. First we have is IaaS. Think of it as renting raw computing resources like servers, storage and networking. We manage the operating system, middleware, runtime, applications and data. Like the provider, the AWS provider manages the physical hardware and virtualization and networking. The example goes as Amazon EC2 and Amazon S3 buckets. Think of it as like renting an empty apartment. You get the space, but you furnish and maintain it yourself. Next is PaaS, platform as a service. This gives you a ready-made platform to build and deploy applications, like without worrying about servers. Here we manage applications and data. The provider itself manages everything else like OS, runtime, middleware, networking and hardware. It was managed by the providers. And the example goes as AWS Elastic, Beanstalk or Heroku. Think of it as like renting a furnished apartment. You just move in and start living. No need to buy furniture. Finally, SaaS, software as a service. Like this is a fully furnished software delivered over the internet. We just need to initialize it and use it over that. So here we manage data and settings only. Provider itself manages the entire application and infrastructure. For example, Gmail or Dropbox or Salesforce. Think of it like a staying in a hotel. Everything is provided you, just bringing your luggage. here goes. There was three types of cloud network. First one is public cloud. It was owned and operated by a third party provider. Like the resources are shared across multiple users. So here the strength or it would be low cost, no maintenance. We can like scale it instantly. Like it would be best for startups, for developer and testing workloads. Next one is private cloud. This is a dedicated infrastructure used by a single organization, hosted on premises or by a provider, which is like for example, the banking sector owns a private cloud, or a hospital sector owns a private cloud. Here the strength or full it gives us a full control and provides stronger security and compliance. The examples are banks, as we discussed earlier. At last is hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud combines public and private clouds, like letting data and apps move between them as needed. For example, take it as a health sector as an example. Like the publicly available data would be stored in private public cloud, and the data about patients, doctors, and data records are stored in private cloud. Here the strength or flexibility, like sensitive data stays private and burst workloads go public. We will do a hands-on getting started with AWS. First, we will create an AWS free tier account, and next we will explore the AWS Management Console for creating users and exploring the services as it was. First of all, go to your favorite browser, search for AWS, Amazon AWS. So go to the first link. Here we could see the interface of AWS. So let's go ahead for creating an account. Click for create a new account. So we need to provide the root user email address. Just put your email. We need to give our AWS account name. Now they will send us a verification code. Let's copy this, put it here, just verify the code. So we need to provide the root user password. Make sure the password you are entering is strong. After creating our password, we need to choose the plan. We go for choose a free plan option. Here we need to enter our billing information and contact information. First we will put contact information. Here it's for ask for name only now. After entering your contact information, read the AWS customer agreement and check the tick box. Click agree and continue. here we need to uh, enter our billing information. If you have UPI, just go for UPI, or if you want to proceed it with credit or debit card, click the credit or debit card option. For now I will use my UPI to register for the billing information. It was initiating my request. We need to verify it before that. Okay. Let me register for that. Okay, I have verified my payment. Here we need to confirm our identity. So here I will click for personal use, and ownership would be individual. I have PAN card, so I will use that. Okay. Click I consent to allow AWS checkbox, and click continue. Step 4. Here AWS will verify your PAN card and let you to confirm my identity. Ask me to send me OTP. So the AWS console is setting up our AWS account. We need to wait a moment here. It says we have registered successfully. Click the go to AWS Management Console here. After creating your account, we will enable the multi-factor authentication for this. Okay, further click your profile and go to security credentials. Here assign a MFA device. Click here assign MFA device. Put device name as Cyberdefence, and click Authenticator app. Here it will generate a QR code. We need to scan our by our Authenticator app. So we need to scan this. If we scan, we will get a first code. We need to wait for 30 seconds and enter the second entry code, which was shown in our Authenticator app. Okay, so we need to, after entering the code, we will add that. Here it says we created that. After this we need to make an alarm, because by without knowingly we may or may not use the resources higher. and it will be resulting in the charges we need to pay to AWS. For that we can create an alarm which will be triggered when the resources get to near that. Okay, for that go to search and type billing, choose billing and cost management. If you scroll down here you can see billing preferences. Click that. Here click alert preferences and receive AWS free tier alert. Now don't enter that, just put update. So after updating this we need to create a CloudWatch alert. For that search for CloudWatch. Sorry, my mistake. Click this AWS service. Okay, it was loaded. Here we need to set up click here. I found it here. Just click the create alarm. So we need to create an alarm. Just click select metric. Here metric name would be estimated charge and currency would be USD. Just leave it as it is. Here we will put, for now I will put $5. Somewhere it would be around 430 or 450 rupees. Just click next. Here we need to add and create a new topic. The name would be this, and we need to put email endpoints, like which email should they notify. For example, put my email address. Click create topic. Okay, and click next. We need to put a here billing alarm and click next. Here you need to verify all this and check this and click create alarm. So after creating it, here we can see the warning message because we need to verify that. For that open Gmail of your created one. Here you can see subscription confirmation. Just to confirm subscription. Okay, just close this and you need to refresh to check that. Here you can see actions are enabled. So next we are going to see how to create a user, because if we perform all actions, day-to-day activities on the root user, if someone compromises credentials, it would lead us to the greater threat. For that we can create another user, like put privileges to that and perform day-to-day activities on that account. Okay, start using root user. For that go to search for IAM, which is identity and access management. Click the first one. Here you need to see IAM users. So create a user. Username will be myself, Rahavan, and click provide user access to AWS Management Console. So we will use custom password here. uncheck this, like I am using it for me. If you are creating users for someone else, you could check this box. In this case, like it was creating for me, right? So I will uncheck that. Next, 3 letters of the okay. I think now it will be good. Okay, here we don't have a group to add the user. Now we will click attach policy. Here administrator access. Okay, this would give you all to the user, and click next. Verify this and create the user. And this is the user URL that we need to use to sign in. Just copy this. Okay, copy the URL and just go to bookmark manager. Here organize, just add a put that URL here, save that. Okay, there you can just go to that URL. Okay, here the account ID will be automatically fetched from the URL. So we need to our username created earlier. Wrong password. Now it was logged. Here from this user we can like do our day-to-day without worrying about compromises. So this is a hands-on how to create a user and the AWS services. From the day 2 onwards, we jump to theory topic and practice. So thank you so much for